Hey everyone, I started this video about a month ago, had everything ready, and my first two clients got back to me really fast, but the cheapest client actually took like a month and some to do it. And everyone was super nice, everyone was super down. I supplied all the footage. Basically, if you've seen my 1 minute, 10 minute, 1 hour video, it's the same footage and the exact same angles I supplied myself for that video, which was Murphinator's footage from a montage I did a year ago. So everything's pre-set up, so all they had to do was edit it. A lot of these guys probably didn't edit Halo before. They're more like Fortnite, Counter-Strike and stuff like that. So these guys were all excited to try something new, and since I supplied them with everything, they just had to get started. So let me walk you through some of the screenshots just to show you what I went through to get here. We'll call this guy Mr. $17 because that's how much it costs. Gave me a heads up, hey, like I got 19, where does it say? I got 19 orders in the queue. Which, I mean, if you're charging $17 for a service, and this isn't $17 an hour, this is just $17 in general, that's way too low to do anything. That's a ridiculous price, and you're obviously gonna have a bunch of people in the queue trying to exploit that, even if your quality is really low. I'll go through the prices as I get to them, but all of them are fairly low for a Halo montage. Halo montages take hours, so I'm kind of like okay with anything they make. I haven't seen any of these before, but there's no high expectations because these prices are so low. Like, I'll let you get away with it, you know, like it's not a big deal. But I want to walk through what this guy said first. So this was on July 27th, and today is August 27th, so it's been a month. Where he said, hey, I'm going to be a few days behind. Extra time will take up to 2 days. So he mentions the time. So if you know you're going to be behind and you don't have exact days, don't tell exact days. That's a lesson you should all learn. Don't be like, hey, 2 days if you don't think you can make the 2 days. Just say, hey, I'm behind. It'll be a few days, but I'll give you an update as I get close. I hope that's okay. If not, I can refund it. So a few days go by. See, August 9th, so quite a few days, obviously not 2 days. And he says, yo, so sorry, blah, blah, blah. Should be up in the next 24 hours, which means if you say that, you should have a lot done already and you're about to upload it. On August 11th, so 3 days later, he says, we'll be up in the morning, boss. And all the way down to August 13th, I took the day off, should be up in the morning, nothing. I said, looking forward to it. And this is a red flag, but he's like, hey, you're a pretty chill guy. Most people can't wait. Like, most people can't wait because you gave them a deadline that you didn't meet, so they're asking about it. It's not they can't wait, they're wondering why you're so unprofessional. So don't do that. That's not the way you want to conduct yourself. Everyone I gave like a 5-star review because these prices are so low and the hours you need, I don't know, you should be charging more. So 5-star review all the way because I'm not expecting much, right? But this guy, he's not getting a 5-star review just for the professionalism. And I'll leave him a comment telling him this stuff I'm telling you guys, just so he can grow and hopefully adjust so he gets better reviews later. Okay, so let's just watch it. This is Mr. $17, Mr. I'm late a month. Let's see what kind of product he can put out. Obviously $17. Anything will be good, but let's check it out.
In the darkness, I still see you like a golden arch, rising high above the sunset, and everywhere you are. I know that everything's in focus now. I'm seeing clearly for the first time. Today I woke up feeling more alive.
Right, that was Mr. $17. So let's go through this and break it down. I got lots of notes. First of all, I actually really like the color correction, very colorful and saturated, and that's something I don't really add a glow that much, and I really like the glow here. It looks pretty good. For $17, this is very, very good, and I will give him maybe a 3-star review for that because the quality is actually very good, especially $17. That's ridiculous to do anything for $17 when this clearly took him several hours. These kind of overlays here, they can work. I like the lens flare. That's actually the same style lens flare I used in the same clip when I used it in my original montage. That's kind of funny. Everything's synced on the beat, which is a lot better than I thought it would be for someone who hasn't edited Halo. One big issue I always have when people use Twixtor is this stuff. There's a ton of it throughout the video. We see this warping. If my video does that, I just don't use Twixtor there. This is obviously 30 FPS clip, so using Twixtor everywhere is going to cause that. So I use Twixtor on and off in certain areas. I can maybe do a video of that, but I use Twixtor for the super slow-mo, then I kind of mix it back to the regular footage just to avoid things like this. You can see it there. There's even warping around the guy. This one's not as bad because there's a glow effect. I won't break down everything, but see, that Twixter was good, no problem there. That Twixter's terrible. You can see as it warps out, because there's a lot going on. To do a slow-mo of him warping like that is something I would avoid in the future. I do like the oversaturated color correction, the glow though, and like these sound impacts and the little shake when he hits, like that was all really good. I like it a lot better than obviously I was expecting for $17, or I was expecting for any of these videos actually. For someone who's never done it, that's pretty good. You can see, look at the warping here. Yeah, not a fan of Twixter in a lot of ways. Oh yeah, I thought this was funny. The way he shoots these two guys, then slow-mos before shooting the third guy. Exact same thing I did in Murphinator's Outbreak 2 video, so that's hilarious. Literally the same. That was a really rough example. So like that I would completely try to avoid with the Twixter. Everything else, he has several effects on the beat. They're not just random effects. The color correction looks great, like I said again. And I'm happy with that. I'll bump him up to 3 stars, but I'm still going to send him a message talking about his professionalism and how he should talk to clients in the future, and hopefully that helps him out. Now we're going to move on to Mr. $38. This guy delivered everything on time. So I already gave him 5 stars for that, because $38 is way too low to put the amount of time and effort that you're going to put into a Halo montage here. Even if it is only a minute for $38, I'll give you 5 stars for delivering on time. So let's check it out. Okay, so Mr. $17 an hour definitely had a lot better syncing, flow, color correction, and effects. This guy loved like the RGB twitch effect. You can see here, he just used it everywhere. The problem with that is he's using it not on the beat, or nothing justifies or causes this effect. It just is happening on his transitions as if to cover up how bad or how without meaning some of these transitions are. Apply effect like that and hope people don't notice. That's the thing you see in a lot of montages. But obviously, he's just using it to cover that up. There's no sound effect to go along with it. It's just this crazy whip. He has the same issue with the Twixter, where he's just using Twixter literally on everything. You can see like warping and stuff. You should only use Twixter on the shots, and in the moments, the exact moments, you're going to use like super slow motion, so you don't get this warping. Like some of this isn't even slow motion, so it doesn't need to have Twixter overlaid onto it. Also, all these gunshots here are not synced on the beat. They're just random gunshots. Number one thing when making a montage is sync your stuff to the beat. That's the most important thing there. But I mean, for $38, delivering on time, that's 5 stars. All right, so let's go to the last guy, which was Mr. $52. So it's funny, when I was trying to find like higher price guys, and the higher I went in price was just some people literally setting a high price without any quality work in their portfolio. This guy actually had quality work in his portfolio, so going through Fiverr, this was the guy I thought I'd have as the finale. There were some people charging 100, 200, but their videos, like I said, weren't very good at all. And this guy had like 3D text and a bunch of stuff. So this is the guy we're gonna put on the finale here. He delivered everything on time. He was professional about it, and I already gave him 5-star review for that. So let's see what he made.
I could tell within a moment you knew me well. I could see you gave me solace when I needed someone there. In the darkness I still see you like a golden arch, rising high above the sunset in every way you are. I know that everything's in focus now. I'm seeing clearly for the
Okay, well, that last 3D text, he might have doxed himself there. So for $52, I actually forgot he did the whole 3.5 or basically 4 minutes, which is a lot of work for only $52. You can kind of tell when watching this video, the pacing feels off. Let's say it's too slow, and some of the high points, like the finishing multi-kills with the last snipe in a clip, aren't on the high points of the song. So it feels a little funny because maybe his triple kill out of, say, an overkill will be on like the big impact of the song, and it sounds like the next clip should start, but this clip's still going, and then he gets another kill. The pacing and the flow definitely needs some work, but mad props for using literally all of it, using all of like the whole song. He didn't have any of the Twixtor warping. It's kind of funny because in the project it's supposed to say who the clips are and what the name of the project was, and obviously I wasn't going to name any of these projects, so I just put Murfinator because that's who the clips were, and for fun I put Outbreak 2.5. So Ryan, maybe you'll get a laugh at that. I'll link you in this. I thought it was kind of funny, but you can see your clips here edited in a different way. Obviously these, like I said, these aren't Halo editors, so give them some props for that. And these are like really low in price for the amount of hours you would work. My notes for all these guys is charge a lot more, maybe charge for the hour, or just have a higher startup fee. This is too much work for you to be doing this. Even if you're trying to just build your reel, you shouldn't be competing at this low of a rate for this amount of work. It's just not a good business model. Like maybe you're just getting started, but I would still charge more for everything. As a Halo editor, I wasn't overall like super stoked on them, but for the price and for the speed you guys did it, besides Mr. $17, they're good. But overall, it's funny enough, Mr. $17, who took the longest, I think flowed the best and looked the best. Goes to show he should be charging more, but he needs to work on his professionalism. So I thought this was a fun video. I have all these clips and all these angles and the music and the sound effects all in a folder that I gave these guys. Maybe I'll do a montage contest and pay more than what I paid these guys, but we'll see in the future. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. Give me a thumbs up if you like it, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks.